Hello, welcome back to my channel. My channel is about my hobbies, and one of my hobbies is to crochet. I like to crochet for my dolls. Many of you requested on my video how to crochet this shirt, and today we're gonna make it. Let's start. You need a yarn. I use size 3. You need some scissors. You need a hook. This is my favorite hook, 2 millimeters. You need some stitch markers and some buttons. You'll start by chain 34. Row 1. You will put a single crochet in the second stitch. And now do 5 more. And now in the next stitch, you put 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And now you'll put 5 single crochets in the next 5. I just did the 5 single crochets, and now you will do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. And now you will do 7 single crochets in the next 7. I just did the 7 single crochets, and now in the next stitch you do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And now in the next 5 you do 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you do in the next one, you do 3 single crochets in the same one. 1, 2, and 3. And now in the last 6 stitches, you do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now chain 1. And now we're done with row 1. Turn over and let's start row 2. We'll do 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now in the next stitch, you do 3 single crochets in the same one. 1, 2, 3. And now 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now in the next stitch, 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now in the next stitch, 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. Now 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now 3 single crochets in the next one. 1, 2, 3. In the last 7, do 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, and now we're done with row 2. Turn over and let's start row 3. 8 single crochets in the next 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. In the next 9 stitches, do 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. In the next 11 stitches, do 11 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. In the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. In the next 9 stitches, do 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, and now in the next 8 stitches, do 8 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chain 1, and we're done with row 3. Turn over and let's start row 4. In the next 9 stitches, do 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 2, 3. In the next 11 stitches, do 11 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. In the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 2, 3. In the next 13 stitches, do 13 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In the next stitch, do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. In the next 11 stitches, do 11 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. In the next stitch, you do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 2, 3. In the next 9 stitches, do 9 single crochets. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, chain 1, and we're done with row 4. Turn over and let's start row 5. 10 single crochets in the next 10 stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. In the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. In the next 13 stitches, do 13 single crochets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 2, 3. In the next 15 stitches, do 15 single crochets. 1, 2, 14, 15, and now in the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 2 and 3. In the next 13 stitch, do 13 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and now in the next stitch, do 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 2, 3, and now in the next 10 single crochets, do 10 single crochets in the next 10 stitches. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chain 1, and we're done with row 5. Turn over and let's start row 6. In the next 11 stitches, do 11 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you have a chain of 7, skip 16 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and in the 17, make 1 single crochet. And I'll make 17 more single crochets, 18 in all. When you did the 18 single crochets, now chain 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now skip 16 like you did before, and in the 17, do 1 single crochet. 16, 17. And now in the next 10, do 10 single crochets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when you are done, you should have 11 single crochets in all. Chain 1, and we are done with row 6. And this is the armhole. Let's start row 7. Turn single crochet in each stitch to the end. Chain 1, turn, and repeat this for 8 more rounds, and I'll meet you when I'm done with row 15. When you're done with row 15, let's start row 16. We will slip stitch in the first stitch like this. Chain 1, and now put your stitch marker. Single crochet in each stitch for the whole round, and repeat that for 4 rounds. When you are done with row 19, let's start row 20. Chain 3. In the same stitch, do 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, do 2 double crochets. And repeat this to the end. When you're done with row 20 and you did the last double crochet in the chain of 3 in the 3rd stitch, slip it together like this. Chain 3 and 1 double crochet in each stitch and repeat this to the end of the row. When you're done with row 21, repeat the same thing in row 22. And now slip stitch in the chain of 3 in the 3rd stitch. Like this. And now get your scissors and cut off some thread. And then you have to slip it through here. And then you have a knot. And now we have 3 things left to do: the sleeves and the buttons. And you can put this through here to hide it. Let's start with the buttonholes. So you'll get your yarn and put the yarn through here. Not through here. It's like by where we connected the both sides, right here. And then we slip it through like this and do a single crochet, 1 chain, and then we do 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13. There should be 13 single crochets. Chain 1 and turn your work around. Do single crochets through the whole round. Chain 1, turn your work. 3 single crochets in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. 1, 2. Skip 2. 1, 2. In the 3rd one, make 1 single crochet. 6 more single crochets. 1, 2, skip 2. 1, 2. In the 3rd one, 1 single crochet. 2 more single crochets, 3 in all. Chain 1. Turn your work. In every single stitch, make 1 single crochet. And now cut the thread. So we just finished the buttonholes, and now we're gonna go do the sleeves. So this is the front, and so we're gonna start from the back. Right here. Chain 1, and you can put a stitch marker so you know where you started. And now single crochets around the whole round. You can make the sleeve how long you want it, and I'm gonna do it 7 rows long. That is 6 more than when you're done with the first one. And then do the same thing to the second sleeve. When you're done with row 1, you have to have 25 single crochets. And then you slip it through like this. And then repeat the same thing but you did in row 1. When you're done with the sleeves, now it's time to put the buttons. And now you have a shirt for your doll. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye!